Come on, let's go.
Hooray.
We're going to start at check-in. When kit comes through that door, these guys scan it all in, test it, clean it, put it back on the shelves ready for its next part of their life. So we have something called the Ark Academy, which is a 3-year program for people that want a route to set.
How many do you employ?
In the kit room, there's about 15 people at the moment, and we're kind of trying to we're constantly having new people because there's people coming in at the start.
Yeah.
They work their way all the way through the funnel, and then they go on to set. So,
fantastic, really innovative. Sounds like an apprenticeship.
it's kind of a paid apprenticeship.
Yeah.
I think 6 people have come out of this so far. They're on Rings of Power, Gladiator, Star Wars. They're going in as assistants with a breadth of knowledge that no other assistant has.
So hireable.
It's good for us. It's also good for the industry because we're plugging the skills gap.
Exactly the point. I mean, any production that we ever worked with historically always they want people with hands-on experience.
Yes.
They don't just want people with theory.
The kit comes in, it starts its journey, and the Ark Academy, the new people coming into the building, start their journey with us. This is the coalface stuff, because what leaves the building here has to work on set. This is going into a real world environment. There's no ifs, there's no buts. This has to work. And in that corner there, we have a dedicated support section. With our crew, we create Slack channels for each show. So and make sure everyone from the kit room and engineering is inside that as well. So if there's a call for help, we're able to kind of solve their problem, which there's usually plenty of. Engineering. Here we custom design and build our DIT video rigs. So this is a brand new rig, that Pelly rig over there. This is how it's starting off life. There's not much in it at the moment, but we're building on it.
It would build from.
Yes, it's the next baby. We launched them. So you can't buy a lot of the stuff off the shelf. It's really difficult. So Rob CAD designs it and gets it 3D printed overnight. We built this video rig about 6 years ago, video playback. The video operators absolutely loved it, but there was a big problem with them lugging up 3 flights of stairs with no lift or in some kind of location in the dark. Can you make it smaller? The Pursuit rig is all of that inside a much, much more compact offer. Really exciting.
It is really exciting, I think, what you're doing, because it's so kind of like it's not just
really
one
techy,
piece.
but it's really everyone gets really this has been amazing. CineArk, that's kind of why we exist, is to be able to kind of react to what goes on set. And another quick example, we're about to enter the radios market. It kind of fits in with our whole communications umbrella. During COVID, when everyone had to socially distance and be away from each other, Bolero was a key, it was instrumental in helping get a lot of the shows back shooting again, because people could then, the beauty of Bolero is it's two-way conversation rather than just push to talk. We did like a focus group with about 10 ADs to kind of find out exactly what they were missing, what they wanted to do better. But the big thing, the most surprising thing, was these cases. That one of the big things they came back and said to us, we want good storage and good transportation for them. Designed these cases, they sit on set, they're really easy to transport radio stuff, they have all the stuff with them. Charging units, so you just plug into the...
I was wondering if they do that,
You just plug them straight in. So it's kind of it all drops in and it all plugs in, and it's kind of that's kind of one of the big things. And also talking to production, lost and damage was a big thing. So if we can help with that, we're working on a tracking system that will just help with the inventory and keeping count of stuff. So making sure stuff comes in and stuff comes out. So this is the production office. This is the heartbeat of the company. And I only say that because I'm part of it, or this is close to me. This is where we take all of the inquiries from production. This is where all the production, where we do our deals for the production, trying to give them some extra discount usually. This is where the last minute 4 o'clock change of mind I need a video operator and a whole video rig for tomorrow, please. Request comes into. Because we, from the very start, we've always reacted to what goes on set. This is what we do. This is what CineArk does. It reacts constantly. We're trying to solve their problems. We will make that 4 o'clock call happen.
Yeah.
The aim is really to be very much an extension of the production office's office, so they can rely, and they do get to rely on us. They do rely on us. When the floor comes and says we're doing this tomorrow, they'll call us and say, "Can you make this happen for us?" It's really important for the shows to know that we will support their second units, their double banking, that weird day on a Saturday that no one wants to do. We'll support that as well. So often at cost to us, because it doesn't make financial sense to do some of this stuff, but it's about being an extension to the production.
So it's not just about obviously all the brilliant kit and everything you've got, but just listening to you talk about your kind of passion and the fact that you want to be the problem solver and want to make it happen. That's half the job, isn't it?
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's not
just about having the stuff, it's about having a person that you go, we know we can ring you, you'll sort us, you'll help us.
And if people think that way of us, then it's kind of mission accomplished really for us.
So coming today has been really eye-opening. I mean, I know we had the wonderful tour, and that it was brilliant to see it in such a great detail, because in some respects, obviously knew about you before I came, but knew you as a kind of kit hire. You're so much more than that, and I think that's what's really interesting and inspirational to be here today, because I think what I've really taken away is not just the aspect of what you're doing and the creativity, but the people and the kind of that really matters, that it really shines through, that you're a company that really cares, that really wants to make the best and make whatever the challenge is on set to be the solution to it. And I think that to me is really exciting, because again, that's kind of really speaks to me in terms of finding solutions to things and being that kind of authentic, real thing. You're not just there for the great to make profit, great to do all those things, but really it feels like you really care. And I think that really is brilliant.
What do you hope to achieve when you're at Productions Guild?
Well, I think my background very much in telly, so I know everybody from the heads of production side, content makers in high TV on all aspects, whether that be, band 1, band 2, band 3, all of that aspect. So I think hopefully I will really be able to bring a lot of those connections and that infrastructure to the Guild, and to be able to help open a few doors in that aspect. Because obviously, as we know, Netflix make content, they don't make film and TV, they make content. So I think that's really important to be part of that. I think also just my ability to create growth and to really see the opportunity to help people elevate and shine. I hope I can hopefully bring that again to the Guild, to help the Guild and all its members go on that elevating ambition for their careers.
Your time at Screen Skills.
Yes.
Very successful.
Yes.
There's a lot of training going on there. There's 3 or 4 notable training. Is that something that's close to your heart? Are you passionate about the whole training thing?
I'm passionate about providing opportunities. I think opportunity, I know people say it a lot, but it really should be for everyone and it should be everywhere. And I think that's why I think this place is really interesting and really brilliant to have the tour, because you are providing opportunities for people that don't necessarily have to have gone through that traditional route. I really love the film and TV industry, because you don't have to have gone to university. A lot of people think they do, but you absolutely don't. You don't need a degree to do what we do. So I think it's a real way of providing an open door for people from all different backgrounds and different diversity. And I think that's something I'm very passionate about. So when I was at Screen Skills, I looked after the High and TV Skills Fund. I was just lucky, because obviously suddenly High and TV boomed and went crazy during the time I was there. So it's definitely not down to me that the industry grew so significantly. But we did start with a fund that was £1 million, and when I left it was 11. So we went through a massive arc in terms of the ability to be able to invest in talent, both in all aspects of creative talent. So I think that really set me in great stead to be able to come here to the Production Guild, because obviously we're a kind of offshoot of that in terms of that mid-level professional career, people at the top of their game, and making sure that they continue to see their careers as something they continue to learn and grow from, but also how they're part of that really important infrastructure that we are creating the best content in the world. What a brilliant thing to be part of.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. And so
it's brilliant.
I think one of the other aspects of what we're trying to do is the development of people, the development of technology, the development of the industry as a whole, it's kind of we're at the forefront of what's going on, and we have one eye on what's coming next. When we think about the future, I know we've touched on this previously. Do you have any worries about the whole AI aspect, or is that something that's a bit of an unknown that we're not really we're just going to see what happens?
I think it's an unknown. We don't really know how far it's going to go, but I also think it's an opportunity and quite exciting, because it's like every evolution, isn't it? We've been through many in the globe, and everything might feel a bit scary and different to begin with, but fundamentally, I think humans are very creative and will harness all the different opportunities that AI brings to hopefully, and in the perfect world, it's to supposedly be able to free us up to be more creative. I suspect there'll be some bits that are challenging to that, but it can only be something that surely we need to embrace rather than think, let's just kind of try and ignore it. I think the more we can get on the front foot of it and use it to our advantage, all the better. And so I think it's a great thing, I think, for the industry, and I think the UK is in a really great place to really be part of shaping that. But it's the unknown, isn't it? So in some ways that's quite exciting and scary at the same time.
In equal measure.
You know, the big makers, they've all got deep footprints in the UK. So I think we're in a really, really solid position. Things might change, things might evolve, but I don't think anyone's going anywhere. I think people see the massive opportunity that the UK brings, both in terms of the talent, the infrastructure, the services, the locations, the people. So I think that puts the UK in a really great shape compared to maybe other competitive environments across the globe. And hopefully, again, you know, CineArk obviously got a really great place in that as both a hearts and minds company, and hopefully also Production Guild UK also same, because we're here to develop crew and for the long game rather than just, you know, a kind of flash in the pan.
Predicting the future.
It's hard to predict the future even if you looked at AI 2 years ago, 5 years, you know, it's just the pace. Somebody said a really interesting thing yesterday where they said the AI is the worst today that it will ever be. So that's really interesting to think it's only going to keep getting better. We're on such a pace, aren't we? So I think it's quite hard to predict
also
what that's going to be.
Exciting in equal
yes,
measure,
exactly,
sure.
exactly, yeah. So the focus for me is very much returning to the membership. So how we can ensure that we're here for all aspects of an individual's career, whether that be what are their gaps in their training and their knowledge. How do we make sure they're connected into opportunity to hirers of all aspects? As we say, the world is changing. People are hiring not just on what we might consider now as to be the kind of stalwarts of film and high-end TV, but online platform. We've got Google, YouTube, everyone's making. So what does that look like? They all need people. So I think I'm keen to see the Guild stay in step with that so that we can look at how our membership can grow and evolve and be part of that, but also to see the membership as a community, as a place where it can support each other, that it feels that it's part of a very special ecosystem. It's not just there for my career. We're here to help all of the people within the membership to be a collegiate friend to each other. Is perhaps missing when you're a freelancer, because sometimes you can feel quite lonely. We've been through strikes, we've been through COVID. All of this change creates a lot of pressure on an individual to sustain a career. So I think having that ability to have a place that feels like a safe place to come and have conversations, talk about challenges you might have on production, but also when you're not working, I'm keen to make sure the Guild is that feels like a safe haven.